According to the Mississippi State Department of Health, 1 in 6 Mississippians have high cholesterol, and many residents may not even know it. But access to home cholesterol tests could change that.
So cholesterol is actually something that you get from your foods that you eat, like your fatty foods.
USM nursing student Kayla Forbes says people need to stay active and eat healthy to maintain cholesterol levels. Fried food can lead to high cholesterol.
Cholesterol can actually occlude your vessels.
High cholesterol stops the flow of blood to the vessels.
Cholesterol is a major concern for people of Mississippi because we have such high rates of hypertension, and cholesterol is a major cause of that.
Hypertension is increased blood pressure to the arteries. Hattiesburg resident Krista Anderson says people aren't aware of the cholesterol they are eating.
I think we just eat a lot more than what we think, and people don't look enough into it and into what foods have cholesterol to be able to watch it.
Cholesterol tests can be found at your local drugstore. Tests can be done at home or at a clinic.
You could do it at home, and have that, personal time by yourself to do it on your own. Then that could be something, then you could follow up with your doctor.
Cholesterol is found for under $25. The do-it-yourself test is easy to complete and gives fast results. This blood test requires a small prick to the finger with a supplied needle. You press until you hear the click and feel the prick. Next, let the blood drop onto the supplied testing strip. Everyone 20 years and older should get cholesterol checked every 1 to 5 years. After waiting around 5 minutes, the results should appear on the testing strip. The result chart will tell you if you have low, high, or desirable levels. Reporting for Hub City TV, I'm Ariel Edwards.
Pollen. It can make you sneeze and cough, but it could also send you to the auto repair shop. Our Emily DeVoe has the story.
This is the first time it's affected me this bad.
I keep sneezing, coughing.
I got bad allergy.
I can't see when I'm driving because the windows get dirty from all the pollen.
It's really bad this year.
It happens every year when the weather gets warmer, pollen season, and allergy sufferers aren't getting a break.
And like when I go outside, it's a whole bunch, I just put my hand over my nose. It just does something to me.
Those pesky yellow pollen pods may be a nuisance to your health, but it also gives your car a not-so-pleasant makeover.
You got your pollen all on the vehicles, wash it, next day, wake back up. You're going to have your pollen back on there.
Experts like Tammy Lazzarino say washing your car may cost a few dollars here and there, but it could save you hundreds in the long run.
It will keep the life of their paint going a lot longer. Keep it from scratching and getting messed up.
Pollen spores are covered in tiny spikes to help them latch on to just about anything. So Lazzarino says you should wash your vehicle more often than not.
At least once a week would be the best thing.
If you can't make it to a car wash, Mother Nature may be able to help you out.
So yeah, if it rains, it's fine. You don't have to wash it the same week.
Although pollen season's here to stay for the next few months, you can at least make sure this unwelcome guest doesn't leave with your paint job. For Hub City TV, I'm Emily DeVoe.
Springtime not only brings pollen and dander, it also brings insects. Some people see bees and run, but not this Pine Belt family who turns a bee allergy into a family business. Bees. Most of the time we run away or swat at them, but Hattiesburg beekeeper Keith Dell collects them. Dell owns Beelicious, a local honey business, and he has multiple bee colonies in the Pine Belt. Dell says he became a beekeeper 10 years ago to help his family's allergies.
We moved from place to place, and my wife and my oldest son would have allergies, and her pediatrician, of course he wasn't her pediatrician at the time, recommended that she get local honey, and we couldn't find any, and so we just made our own.
Honey typically begins to show the first week of April, but Dale says the extreme cold snaps this winter delayed production.
The major honey producing plants usually start blooming in early April, and I think they will, but the things that bloom 2 to 3 weeks before that in March, some of them are a little bit behind, and they'll start blooming at that same time.
When coming out to a bee farm, make sure you go over a few precautions. Wear your bee suit and bring your smoker to calm the bees. For Hub City TV, I'm Tyler Hill. Speaking of unique farms, reporter Cassidy Bush takes us to a farm that's packed with fun.
This yarn cannot be found in a department store. It comes from
alpaca.
The Stroka family started their alpaca business in upstate New York 6 years ago. In August, they moved the business to Mississippi.
My son fell in love with a girl cooking catfish on his way to Iraq, and when he came back from Iraq, he moved to Moselle and married her. And my daughter and son-in-law came down to visit and they loved it. And I took an early retirement from the post office and here I am.
She is proud that it is a family business.
I'm their best walker because I'll walk any alpaca from the worst one to the best one.
The Strokes even incorporated their family name into the name of the business, Astroka Genius.
My last name's Stroka, so it's a little play on words. We breed for quality color, so that's how the gene thing came in.
The alpacas, which are native to Peru, are known for their fiber. After the Strokes shear them once a year, they sell some of the fiber. The rest is dyed and made into yarn right inside their general store. Here they sell things made from the fiber. They also offer knitting and crocheting lessons for $5. They regularly host events to get the community involved.
It's the first time I see them in real life, so it was kind of fun actually drawing their fur and everything.
For more information on the alpaca farm, go to astrokagenius.com. For Hub City TV, I'm Cassidy Bush.
Southern Pine Animal Shelter volunteers seek community involvement to help pets and pet owners affected by the tornado. Rachel Beach has more.
Some food for her and stuff like that.
And without the help from Southern Pines volunteers, her dog might not make it. Southern Pines volunteers band together to help furry friends suffering the aftermath of a tornado that ripped through Hattiesburg.
Animals can't talk, so we have to speak for them. Because if we don't, then they're just going to be mistreated, and that's not really fun for them or us.
Catherine Sammons, who's the assistant director of Southern Pines, says the volunteers' efforts reach far beyond the doghouse.
It's really something wonderful to be able to not only help the homeless animals in your community, but especially in a time like this with the tornado, to be able to help fellow members of the community help their own animals.
Volunteers knocked on doors of hundreds of residents to help starving, displaced, and homeless pets.
2 dogs, 2 dog houses, and they're both large dogs, and they need dog food.
Southern Pines volunteers delivered items requested from pet owners in need.
We can kind of assess everyone's needs, and we had lots of people that need dog houses.
Volunteers hand out bowls, dog houses, and food to pet owners in need. Director of Southern Pines Animal Shelter, Valerie Rachel, says the Southern Pines staff will continue looking for extra volunteers and donations. I'm Rachel Beach for Hub City TV.
After the break, we'll introduce you to a potential NFL first-round draft pick, so stick around.